Shazaz Creations, your one-stop shop when it comes to customization. Totes, tees, tumblers, hats, and more. Looking for a customized gift idea for a graduation, birthday party, baby shower, or just a unique creation of your own? Check out Shazaz Creations as seen here on Whitney D TV. Female, Black owned. Use my promo in the description box down below and let her know Whitney D of Whitney D TV sent you. Thank you. Bye.
What's up, Jewel Gang? So I would like to address this white woman who goes by the name of Nikki Marie on Facebook. Her page is private, but her DMs are wide open. You see, this scarecrow thought it'd be a good idea to slide in a black woman's DM, bully and harass her over having a small disability. Pause and read. Pause and read. Pause and read. You see, this beautiful black woman you decided to harass for having a small disability when being compared to you is walking art. Black women are literally walking Picassos, which is why snow roaches like you envy us so much. You look like the cashier at H-E-B that has to call the manager every 5 seconds because you're too stupid to work the register. You look like splattered bird shit dried up on the side of someone's car. You couldn't match her beauty if she gave you an audio booklet with a step-by-step description on how to do so. And between me and you, I'm the bigger bully. Sit your ass down.
But you really lame. Think you really think you could play me? Well, you better think again. Like you say, these girls ain't loyal, but you got 7 girls that they pay up for. Now tell me who's really loyal? It ain't you. These boys ain't loyal, talking about us girls, saying that we all bodies. But us girls will hold it down, pick you up when you down, and give you anything you want. You're trying to run game that's already been paid, gonna get your heart broken. Do you know who you are dealing with? Liar, liar. Thought you was slick. Liar, liar. But I'll always be tired. Liar, liar. Thought you was slick, but I'll always be tired.
What up, you guys? Welcome to Whitney DTV. First, let's get into everything, shall we? Welcome. I would love to see where you guys are tuning in from, so please make sure to place your city in the chat and I will make sure to shout you out. What's that? Oh, home of keeping it cute so you won't get the boot. That's right. Make sure you guys, please keep it cute so you won't get the boot. Okay, now what that means is that you do not have to agree with me or my remarks or opinions. This is my channel, however, and I ask that you respect me by respecting yourself. Whatever you have to say it with your chest, but make sure it is respectful. Okay, now in regards to everything that's going on with the R. Kelly trial and things of that nature, it is done. So I ask that you please respect my chat and do not spam my chat with your hashtag free R. Kelly's or anything pertaining to that if we are not talking about the topic. Okay, now for nothing, you do not have to agree, so your opinion is duly noted here. Okay, if nothing further, make sure you guys do not forget to stop, like this video, subscribe if you have not, and sharing is caring, so make sure you guys share this video so I can reach a broader audience. Okay, now not for nothing, if you guys would like to join the channel, you can find the link located in the description box down below, or feel free to look above. That's right, right there in the chat. It should be pinned. If it's not, it should be by now. Okay, not for nothing, if you like to support me on a monetary basis, you can support me by Cash App through the money sign Whitney D 2014, or make sure you look at the bottom of the screen and there is located other means of ways to donate to the channel: PayPal, Zelle, or Cash App. Nothing more. Thank you and enjoy the show. What up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be. Go ahead and click the subscribe button to be a part of the Witness gang, to join the Witness Nation. Now let's get into this, shall we?
Today I saw a ladybug, and it's so crazy because Whitney used to always call me Ladybug, and we used to have thousands of ladybugs in Virginia come summertime. We used to open up all the windows and thousands of ladybugs would just come into the house. They would fly into the house and it would just be the most beautiful thing ever. And I saw a ladybug today and it made me think of Whitney. That's so crazy. It really made me think of Whitney.
Hello, you guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be. I'm Whitney. Welcome back, everybody. First and foremost, let me say hi to everybody. Hey, Nikki. Hey, 100 Devices. Long time no see, girl. What's up? Hey, Niche. Miss Jones. Hey, Carol. ATL is in the building. What's up? Hey, D. Hey, Sharnette. Hey, Tabitha. Nope, you're not late. You're right on time, honey bunches. Good afternoon. Hey, Kimmy. Hey, NC in the building. New York. Hey, I need you to go pick up the paper for me out. You know, I was in the New York Times or whatever. I need you to pick that up for me and ship it. Let me know shipping costs. Hey, Mandy. Hey, Miss Rogers. I know you lurking in the bushes. I hope you're having a good day at work. And hey, Alice, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. For you guys that are coming in, if you're not aware, I told you guys. Sorry, that wasn't everybody. Hi, Juanita Chiquita sends me a super sticker. Thank you so very, very much. Good morning to you, beautiful. Good morning, Mom, Life, and Love. Good morning. My apologies. Okay. Just gonna be honest, I'm in like a somber state. As I told you guys on yesterday, that Azriel will be she will be going on GAYLE King, and she did on this morning. They released two clippings of the interview, and I compiled them together so we can view them. And so that's what we're going to do. And then I'm going to come back with my commentary in regards to my thoughts and opinions about this interview. Also, some remarks that Tasha K had to say. So let's go ahead and get into the viewing of this particular interview, okay?
Kelly this week of 9 charges. Now, 5 of those related to crimes committed against her, including transporting a minor across state lines to engage in sexual activity. Clary, who is now 23 years old, says Kelly abused her verbally and physically for years. The first time we met her, she was 21 years old and she was still living with our Kelly. We spoke with her again yesterday. It's her first interview since the trial. Come on in, Azriel. Well, you look good. So, I'll just start with this. I'm really glad to see you again because I wasn't sure I'd ever get to talk to you again.
I'm very happy to be here and see you again as well.
It feels like a full circle moment to me. When we first met Azriel Clary in March of 2019, she had been living with R. Kelly for almost 5 years and was one of his fiercest supporters.
You guys don't know the truth. You guys are believing this facade that our parents are saying. This is all lies for money.
Clary and another woman, Joycelyn Savage, told us then that they were in a relationship with the embattled R&B singer. But Clary left the apartment she shared with Kelly in Chicago 7 months after our interview.
I was lost and gave someone that control over me to basically make me do whatever it was that they wanted me to do and act however they wanted me to act.
During R. Kelly's trial, she testified that he began sexually abusing her when she was just 17 years old. At the time of the interview with us, were you afraid when you were sitting there talking to us?
I was. He did his interview first.
I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life. Yo, killing me with this.
He came in and he told us to be angry and be upset and she's going to try to do this and you're going to...
Oh, he told you that?
Yes. And so we came in angry.
So he told you be angry?
Yes. And I was scared because I was like, I don't want the world to see me this way. You know? Mm-hmm. I'm loving. I'm caring. I'm compassionate. Mm-hmm. And no one got to see that side of me.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting because your dad called me after and said, that is not my daughter. That is not who she is. That is not how she speaks. That is not what she believes. During the trial, you testified that you said, I was not honest in the interview that you did with us. Yeah. What were you not honest about?
Everything.
Everything?
Everything, yes. You know, before that interview, you know, he had us practicing every single day.
Practicing what?
Answering questions. And if he didn't like our answer, he would tell us exactly what to say and how to say it. So anytime you mention anything,
Azriel,
yeah.
I'm stunned by this.
Yeah.
So anytime you mention...
Anytime you mention anything about sexual preference, we already know to say, I'm not here to talk about that. Because that's what he told us to say every single
That's exactly what you said.
First of all, I'm not here to talk about my personal life. Okay. And I would never share with no one what I do in or outside of the bedroom.
So when the interview was over and you all go back to his apartment, the three of you, what is the conversation?
He was so happy.
He was happy?
He was so happy. He was like, you guys did amazing. You know, you did so well. You carried yourself so well. I believe he even, got food and wanted to celebrate. That's how happy he was with that interview. And I was just there like, wow.
What did he think about how he came across in the interview?
Truthfully, I think he believed that he had done well. He felt like he had really made a great reflection of himself and where he was in life and how all these women were lying on him and how all these people were just, out to get him and, that sympathy card that he just loves so much.
Did you ever have conversations when he wasn't around to say, this is not good, this is not healthy? we got to get the hell out of here. Did you ever have any conversations
I feel like a lot of people tried, but everyone always got beat over it because he was very good at manipulating the situation. So even if he knew or not, he would basically say, he could come in this room right now and he would say, you know, I've already spoken to Joy. She already told me exactly what you guys have been talking about. You have 5 minutes to be honest, or you're going to be thrown around this entire room. Everything that we were living in had become very normal. And I had to break out of that. I had to realize that this is actually abnormal.
Yeah, the dysfunction was so prevalent that after a while it did feel normal to you?
It did, because it was not only me, it was other women who were older than me. You know, when I met him at 17, he had 4 other women. And so these women are all normalizing his actions, and then you have assistants normalizing his actions, and you have workers and security and everyone else that normalizes it. So me being very young at that time, I just learned to normalize it.
What do you think anybody could have said or done to help you leave the situation sooner?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. I feel like that is something that I would have had to have woken up for myself, something that I would have had to realize on myself. And, you know, a lot of people don't realize with victims, the more you try to help them, the more it upsets them sometimes, you know.
Your interview stands out because you are one of the few who we've heard who defended him so vocally and so adamantly, and now ends up testifying against him. Well, your testimony was very key, Azriel, was very key. It was very graphic. It was very painful. Some of it was so graphic, the judge wouldn't even allow it to be released to the public. And I'm wondering what it was like for you sitting there, looking at him while you're testifying about what your life had been like with him.
I feel like it was very disturbing to have to relive those moments. And I don't know, a piece of me was happy because I felt like...
Happy?
Yeah, because I felt like this person no longer has control over me, you know? You don't tell me what to do and what to wear and where to go and how long to be in a room anymore, so...
I think the fact that you're sitting here today is very brave and very courageous, that you would come back and sit down and want people to see who you really are.
I think it's very important. You know, even I have to take accountability for my actions. It's okay to reevaluate your life. It is okay to change your mind. You know, you are never too old to wake up and say, hey, I thought this was good for me, but it's actually not.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that's why it was important for me to come back here and see you again, because it is okay to change your mind. It is okay to apologize and forgive yourself, more importantly. And that's really what I had to do.
R. Kelly, as you know, has long denied allegations of sexual misconduct with the underage girls. I'm happy to say that Azriel is in therapy. You know, she came to the interview alone, which surprised me. I thought somebody would be with her. She came by herself. When she testified, her therapist was with her in another room. And she knows that she still has a lot of work to do. But what happened to her, I was really glad to see her in such a different space, because what she's been through, when I say unspeakable things, I won't go there, only just say at one point feces are involved. Take your mind wherever you want to go. It's that graphic. The humiliation, the degradation that happened to this young woman, and the fact that she's still afraid because she's worried. She still gets death threats from R. Kelly's supporters. She lives in fear. And, you know, at the time, you know, she said very disparaging things against her family. She said, imagine, I hadn't seen anybody for 5 years. I'd never seen any other woman other than yourself who wasn't in an abusive relationship. That's why that made such a mark on her.
She said she gave him control, which almost places the blame on herself.
On herself, yes.
Right. She realized at this age that he was manipulating her and that he actually took control.
Yeah, she realizes it now, though, Nate. But at the time, you know, he was very good in terms of grooming them.
For sure.
You know, and you would think that everything was fine. When we came to do that interview, he would say, oh, they're out shopping, which is what he would do. He would send them shopping, so they came back with all these shopping bags to show these people aren't being held against their will. They're happy. They're out shopping.
Having a great life.
Yes, yes. It's all very, very, very manipulative.
It's an amazing interview.
A very strong relationship. They said both women claimed Kelly was not abusive, and we should note that R. Kelly was nearby and made his presence known to the women during that interview, although we did not know that he was still in the room. We were told that he had left. We sat down with Azriel Clary yesterday, more than 2 years later. She says our conversation back then was a turning point for her. And I look back at the interview that we did originally, and I'm wondering how you go from that young woman who was very clear, and I have no judgment here. I'm just trying to understand your process. It was consensual. She was in love with him. She felt he cared about her, to making the decision to take the stand against him.
I feel like that interview was a blessing because, you know, like I said, you know, for 5 years, since I was 17, I didn't have any relationships with any other women except for women that he had been intimate with. And so when I did that interview with you, I instantly regretted immediately how I reacted. And
you did? You regretted it?
I did. And I don't know, something about just watching you be very casual and calm and collected. And it just reminded me of me. I was like, wait a minute. I used to be that poised. I used to be that calm. You know, what happened to that girl? Where did she go? Mm-hmm. And I, you know, after that interview, when we went back to Trump Towers, I knew that he knew that by seeing you, it had shifted something in me.
Really? Mm-hmm. Shifted to what?
It kind of made me kind of wake up in a sense and realize, why am I acting like this? Why am I putting myself through all of this misery? Why am I exploiting myself for a man whom has me in this position in the first place, you know? And I really had to come to terms and, you know, realize that it wasn't love. You know, love doesn't hurt, you know?
That was a question everybody was asking at the time. It was really remarkable to see her years later. I had more of our interview with Azriel Clary. She shares what happened before and right after the interview back in 2019 and what made her realize she had to finally leave.
All right, you guys were able to hear the interview that was heard around the world. And before I get into my commentary about everything, I just wanted to show you something I found. I don't know if others did, but was strolling on the web one day and stumbled across the Shade Room's posting of Azriel's interview, and looky, lo and behold, we have Tasha K. She says, not the big room. Out of all the women I know in this case, this one is the most conniving. And if he were still out, she would be happy to be the main one. I guess that's why she is maybe working Dubai now. So they say. Here's my thoughts and opinions on everything. And this is what you guys are here for. All 130 of you guys. And I see what 10 of y'all in the comments. So the rest of you guys are here probably just for mess sake. But you guys know that I tell you that I'm biased. But somebody once told me, Whitney, you're not biased when you know the truth. You're just standing there. And I guess that's just what it is. However, I'm fair. Upon me seeing this interview, I'll be honest with you. I personally didn't really see anything wrong with her appearance. Just me. Because I've seen her not being glammed up. I see her not being filterized. You guys are aware that the pictures on Instagram and all these other social media are edited, right? Oh, because baby, if y'all think I look like this little avatar, you got to be sadly mistaken. And furthermore, I see people saying, well, the bags and, oh, she's aged. Y'all, you're changing a freaking week. let alone 2 years. This was 2 years ago. Okay. And then if you really pay attention to Azriel, she's always had that. Some people are born with bags under their eyes. Yeah. Some people are. Okay. But that's neither here nor there. Okay. And in regards to her hair, she's natural. I'm natural. And baby, when that humid hits your head, them roots are the first to go. Okay. And she's in New York. And anybody in New York right now, well, not in New York right now, but she was in the city, if I'm not mistaken, right? Ain't that where it's televised or what have you? But, really, to be honest with you, this really isn't a good time to be getting your hair pressed and being out in any kind of climate of weather, because it's not winter or cold and your hair is going to fluff up if you're natural. But that's neither here nor there. In regards to the interview, like I said, she came in, she looked good. Her outfit was cute to me. But what my issue is, the sickness around all of this is that the fact that people had the damn nerve and audacity to compare her looking better when she was in an abusive situation, it's stupid. It's acidine. It's sickening, and it pisses me off. I had one commenter, Alice, my boo, say, Whitney, you seem heavy. I am very heavy. Y'all are sick. Okay? Y'all need some help. You don't know what a person is going through. I do. But to sit up here and compare a setup situation from a situation now that you see that she's normal, she probably went out the night before, let's be real, okay, because she is young. She probably turned up the night before thinking she can gather herself up together before this interview. And oh God, she didn't look celebrity status. Oh. So let's talk about her. Let's mock her. Let's laugh. Let's compare a setup situation with a more normal situation. That interview with R. Kelly, as we came to hear, was all a setup. All a publicity stunt for the most part. So of course, her hair, her makeup was flawless. Did you not just hear GAYLE say that when they arrived? See, people want to pay attention to details and that they want to pay attention to. Yeah. She said, upon them arriving, he had sent them off to go shop. Sent them off to go shop. So already manipulation with the whole production. Oh, okay. They're going to go shop. Oh, they go shopping. Just like y'all fools out there. Well, she got titties. Well, they got money. In exchange for what exactly? This is the reason why a lot of the young ladies you didn't hear from. You didn't see. Because if they weren't meek and polished, they should have stayed with R. Kelly, right? At least he had them looking good, right? You are idiots. And furthermore, Tasha K, if this young lady is looking a mess, if she looks disheveled, if she's not well put together, if she is out doing something, where did it all come from? How did it all start? Was she always discombobulated? A lot of you guys brought up a point. Many of you guys brought up the point that, she looks nothing like she did on her IG. Well, duh. I guarantee you, baby, if I roll up on you, You wouldn't look nothing like your Instagram pictures. Hell, Kim Kardashian don't look nothing like her pictures after all the editing. And furthermore, y'all sit back and y'all laugh. You scrutinize. And you say how she was basically living off of R. Kelly, but you sound dumb. Let me show you how contradictory that sounds, you idiots. Okay. First, you say she was living off R. Kelly's money, and the money's ran out, or that's why she looked like that. She looked better with R. Kelly. But then you flip it and say she looked good on her Instagram. Which one is it? Because you guys are aware that she's not with him now, and she still looks good. So what I'm like, y'all sound like y'all peeking, ignorant. Now, in regards to what Tasha K said about Dubai and all this stuff like that, if this baby is under any kind of distress or whatever the case may be, instead of laughing and making a mockery of it, like you guys did with all of our greats, Whitney Houston, not comparing her, but I'm talking about people that are in the spotlight or that are placed in positions. Where are they now? See, you guys are itching and waiting for another Whitney Houston and Chrissy situation. Are y'all not remembering just some weeks ago, this baby got off of the stand? Do you not understand how traumatic that experience was? If you don't, you go eat some shit. Yeah. Go ask your dude to go piss on you. And stop getting misconstrued as if she was the only one that went through that. You idiots. Every last one of those individuals had to be scrutinized, had to go through certain things. Maybe not to the extent, but they endured things. And for somebody with children to sit back and laugh, oh, woe unto you. Oh, by my God, woe unto you. What you guys saw sitting in front of GAYLE was authenticity. Yeah, baby, you seeing realness. I was rushing getting myself together. Okay, I slapped on some makeup. I flat on my natural, my natural hair as much as I could, and I made the best of it. Cause see, that's what you can do when you're not being controlled. Yeah. I can do my own hair. And if anybody really knows Azriel, she don't know how to do all that stuff. So to me, it just looked like baby just was trying to get it together. But she didn't look horrible to me. People change over time. And in comparison to her when she was in an abusive situation, it's crazy. Y'all are sick. You're sick. And you're mad. And you're jealous. Because he wasn't shitting and pissing on you. Let's talk about it. Now, y'all know, like I said, in reality, it was some things that I just was like, really ass. Prime example. I felt like I wanted to see her apologize to GAYLE. I did. I wanted her to apologize. I wanted her to sit face to face with her. And then not only that, y'all, I will be a nervous wreck to sit before somebody that I disrespect. I will be nervous, shitting bricks. I'll be all disheveled and my darn self. Do you know how courageous that is? Like, girl, you was just cussing this woman out. And now you sitting before me and you basically, you know what I'm saying, having to right your wrong. Man, say. I would have wanted her to apologize. That, you know, like I said, that's in all honesty. That's me being honest. I would have wanted to hear her say, yes, Gayle, I'm happy to be back. And, you know, me watching that interview, I hate that I talked to you like that. I'm so sincerely sorry. I do apologize. You know, I'm here to right my wrong. I personally would have wished I heard that. And then also, I wish that she didn't come alone. I wish, you know, she had the backing of her parents. But what you guys got to understand too, this affects everybody. And it takes a lot of what is it called? A lot of therapy, a lot of time, you know, and I just don't feel like this is a laughing matter. I feel like let me see. No, and y'all please don't block. I've been hearing that people have been blocking. If y'all got hidden vendettas against anybody that come in my chat, keep that mess to yourself. Don't do that. If I find out anybody is doing that, then we're gonna have a problem. I don't block people unless they're being disrespectful and crazy. Like, let them say what they have to say if it's respectful, okay? But Teeny says, can I be honest without getting blocked? She looks a mess, a hot mess. All I can say is, wow, she misses Robert. It is very clear. I don't care what she says. Child, okay. All right. That wasn't disrespectful. That's your opinion. However, I just want to know, what would you guys have liked to see, since you guys, you know, control narratives? What would you guys like to have seen? For a woman that's no longer in the situation that she's in, what would you guys have liked to see? Right. That's what I'm saying. She looks fabulous on IG, but that's if you want a filter experience. What y'all saw was a real life individual, a young lady, okay, that's disconnected from that man. That got her own blow dryer. They got her own flat iron. They got her own makeups, trying to figure out to navigate her life in being separated from him. Now, again, if you guys, since you guys are so far up Azriel's behind, that you guys know her more than she knows her, she don't wear makeup. She doesn't really do much with her hair. She's very natural. And so a young lady that doesn't have that system around them, that's what you get. Hell, half the time my roots ain't done my darn self. And I come on my show like, what? You know? But it's just sad. Miss Rogers says, and hey, Miss Rogers, Miss Mama Kelly, hello. She says, sometimes you have to allow the to go along. She has been watched over for years. She probably just wants to be alone and not feel like she's being watched. I believe that too, mama. I believe that too. I believe that too. I believe she just wants to be left alone. She wants to somewhat isolate herself. But what we're not going to do is we're not going to sit up here and bash these victims. We're not going to do that. That's stupid. Y'all are now picking. Because see, what you don't want to listen to is all that truth that she was conveying across this interview. Yeah. So, of course, like y'all, P. Piper King, y'all want to be deflective and talk about her appearance. See, that's what y'all do with me. Yeah, I speak so much truth. Y'all want to go against and talk about my lazy eye. Yeah. Y'all want to go and talk about, oh, she loud. But what about that truth I'm bringing? What about them facts I'm bringing? See, y'all want to be deflective and talk about this baby's appearance and stuff like that. Not, let me take that back, baby. I'm grown. I'm in my 30s, so she's still a child to me, but she's a grown woman. This young lady, y'all want to talk about this young lady's appearance because y'all didn't want to take in all those facts she was saying. That's what. But see, what should be going on right now is a rally against this young lady. Strength, courage, prayers. But y'all still so stuck on her appearance. When if we flip the camera on a lot of you guys, oh. And y'all just forget what they went through. So to me, I didn't see anything wrong with how she appeared. I saw a young lady trying to transition and navigate in life. I saw authenticity. I saw somebody who looked her age, who dressed her age. Because Lord forbid if we get to breaking down her first interview, that baby had a turtleneck, a trench coat, sweatpants, boots, and I mean, what are we talking about? And no, she was not supposed to be speaking the truth. See, this comments like this is asinine to me. We read the transcripts. We heard her again today in broad daylight say that that was not something that she even wanted to do. Why are y'all grabbing lies and running with them? See, that's the incompetence and the ignorance. And that's what pisses me off sometimes because it's just like people want to believe a lie. Just like I want to believe, oh, she looked very good when she was with R. Kelly. And it was all a facade. But the money ran out. What money? What money, please? Because he even called himself a broke legend. But baby, can we talk about how done up she was today? I mean, the other day? Can we talk about how that outfit, that trench, I mean, say. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to really, really pray to God that this never happens to your children, your daughter, your son. And heaven forbid she has her hair out of place. Key says, I don't see how you are up here checking folk, but in the same breath, you are saying things about her too. What makes your opinion so right over others? Because it's my damn platform. And if you don't like it, you can leave. Yeah, I'm not with it today. If the shoe fits, wear it. Because I'm not checking nobody. But I can on my platform. And I didn't say anything bad against her. I said her appearance didn't look bad to me. So again, either you're going to listen to what I'm saying specifically, or you're going to grab stuff out of the imaginary thin air, or you can exit. And that goes, I'm talking Texas. If you don't like what I'm saying, leave. You don't have to be here. But my opinion overrides anybody, because it's my damn channel. It says Whitney DTV. And you can choose to go wherever else you choose to go to. Stop being selective in your hearing. Open your ears. That's the reason why y'all missed this whole trial. That's the reason why y'all thought this man was going to be free. That's the reason why he's been getting away with everything he's been doing, because he's been hiding here in plain sight right here. But y'all want to be selective of what you see, and you want to be selective of what you hear. Well, hear me clearly, boo. I, again, felt like I saw authenticity in this young lady. I felt like what you saw is what you get. I felt like the last interview she did, she looked a mess. She looked a mess then. Why? Because it was all a facade. It was all a facade. Indigo, I see you. I had to gather myself. Key, I apologize. I can be woman and apologize, but what you got to understand is that it's frustrating to know all of what I know and sit back and watch people talk when y'all don't know what the hell y'all talking about. And it's no shade to y'all, and it's not y'all fault, but it shows the true character of people and what assumptions can do. Y'all remember that saying, how, you can't assume, because if you assume, it make an ass out. Yeah. And a lot of people are making asses out themselves because they are running with false narratives or half narratives, if you will, or whatever the case may be. And instead of just, like y'all boys said, use your common sense. Like use y'all common sense, yo. It just don't make no sense. It just don't. It don't. The stuff that y'all choose to bring up, to glorify, to talk about, it's ridiculous. Because half of us don't look like we look on our social media. It's like, stop it. Anyways, but let me just keep it pushing or whatever. But look, mods, get on it. I'm going to tell y'all this right now. If y'all don't know by now, don't come over here with any of that energy. Don't. Because y'all want to pop a grape in a fruit fight. Okay? So just please, just keep y'all energy somewhere else. Okay? Because it's ridiculous. Okay? It's ridiculous. Now, if you keep it respectful, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. But please, some of the stuff that y'all be saying is asinine. It's ridiculous. And I don't even want y'all looking like that. Okay? I don't want y'all to look like that. So just please think before you speak. Okay, like seriously. That's all. That's it. I'm gonna bring Indigo on her. You guys are more than welcome to call in. And we can discuss it. But I like, hey Indigo. I'm sorry, sweetie.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, love. What's on your mind?
I saw the interview too, but before I want to get into the interview, I want to thank you for sharing your platform, give me an opportunity to give my opinion on a few things. But here's the number one thing that I think is a problem, and I'm not a fan of being one of those type of people that always say, well, white people do this, and why can't we do it like them? I'm not a big fan of that, but I do notice things in our community. We do laugh at tragedy a lot because that's just kind of how we cope with a lot of stuff. There's so much tragedy in our community. It's like, shit, if you sat around crying about everything, you would literally cry all day. So it became a way of just coping with it. And it actually even goes back to slavery. If you ever look it up, there was a lot of singing, a lot of joking, and it's because that's how you cope with it. You're getting your ass whooped and you have to work all day. You cope with this type of stress. So instead of looking at this situation like, damn, this girl really went through some shit. Like, she literally had to eat feces. You know what I'm saying? She
That's what I'm
literally had
saying.
to
I
go
think
through.
that's what's so frustrating. This is traumatic. And then now she has to live disconnected to that. Like, ain't nobody like, child. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Indigo.
And she'll never really be disconnected because the internet lives forever. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of those kind of things that she'll never live that interview down with Gayle King. I ain't the biggest fan of Gayle King. I've not forgot that shit she did with Kobe Bryant, but that's another situation. I still feel as though that how she presented herself in that interview, Azriel, was very unbecoming for any young woman to speak to an older woman with such disrespect. When in reality, everyone knew what time it was. It was one of those situations where the emperor had no clothes. Everyone knew what was going on. She was just, trying her best to keep I don't even know if you can say keep the lie going, because if everybody knows it's a lie, are you really keeping a lie going? So I look at it like this. Azriel was a young girl who was plucked at a very young age. She was brainwashed. I'm not going to even sit here and pretend like her family were really good for her. I'm not going to say, that they sold her. I'm not going to go as far as all of that. But I'm not going to sit here and say that she had a very strong family unit, because her ass wouldn't have been in no R. Kelly concert. In fact, why are you taking your kids to an R. Kelly concert? I mean, the Clarys know about R. Kelly. They know about the Aaliyah story. They grown. So I wouldn't even have my kid there in the first place. There's so many different ways to get your kid in the industry. And let's be frank, who has R. Kelly popped since fucking Aaliyah? I won't even say Sparkle was that big. She didn't really hit it that big, to be quite honest with you. So he really hasn't really broken any new artists, like in almost 20 years. So not to change the blame, the fact I'm trying to basically make is this girl is traumatized. It's easy to mock the fact that she didn't come all glammed up, but that's irrelevant. The relevance is that we need to be more respectful for each other when it comes down to trauma, because this is not a laughing matter. Everything isn't a joke,
Yeah, that's my whole point. Midwest, hold on, Indigo. Let me address Midwest. He says she came into that interview looking like the victim she wanted everyone to believe. Baby, see, okay, if you comment one more ignorant comment, I'm going to get you out of here. Let me make this announcement for everybody. No one had to play victim when you have video, you have audio, you see it, you hear it. No one has to play the victim because they were victims. What aren't y'all comprehending? Like, we sat up there years ago and watched this man urinate on a 14-year-old girl and we looked the other way. And now we have HD, multiple iPads, multiple video, all this stuff. Y'all still want to sit here and say these people are victims. Y'all are ignorant. Y'all are ignorant. And Midwest, sweetie, just, baby, go in the bushes somewhere. For real. Because y'all, like, it's like the ignorance for me. It's the pure ignorance for me. Like,
it's that comfortable ignorance. Like it's like for me, it's like how you gonna be comfortable in being stupid? It's like walking around after you just took a shit and then wipe your ass. Don't you feel nasty? Like, don't you feel dirty not being intelligent or not thinking on a sophisticated level? I mean, everybody don't need to have a college degree to think maturely. I mean, I don't understand where the disconnect is, but I actually do understand the disconnect because a lot of these people, and I said this the last time I was on your show, they are having sex with underage people too. And they don't want to be shamed about it. They want to think, well, I'm not having a sex with a 12-year-old. She's 15, so she old. No, 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 no. You're a child molester, and we need to call you as such. If you defending this shit, you either a child molester or you're a person who's been victimized and you haven't processed it. Now you select which one you want to be. Maybe you're both. But at the end of the day, this is not no normal shit. This isn't normal. This isn't okay. Kids can't consent. Bottom line.
Period. Thank you for that. Yeah, and they can't. And my thing is that I think people see these young women in their adult state, not taking into consideration all these things happen when they were in their youth. And regardless of how they got there, he didn't give them lollipops and send them on their way. He didn't call any of the parents and say, hey, your child is here and she's underage. Come and get her. Hey, call the police. This girl is trying to get me caught up. He didn't do that. So regardless of how a person gets in a situation that they are in, it's what you do in that situation. At the end of the day, he was the adult and he chose to abuse, sodomize, neglect these individuals, period. I don't care what nobody want to say. I don't care who they want to deflect and talk about. If I get an animal and it's adopted, it's been through abuse and stuff like that, and I get it, and I get the beating the mess out of it, kicking and stuff like that, I can't be like, well, the owner gave it to me and they told me he was abused. No. What did I do with the responsibility of this person of this animal while in my care? I neglected, period. So, brother, I appreciate every time that you come onto the platform because you give a perspective of a male that's saying that this is not okay. We rant and rave all day long about it as women, but to hear a male's perspective, what I'm saying, it's appreciated, and you are definitely entitled to your opinion when it comes to everything, and I thank you for your perspective.
Absolutely. I do have a question for you. Have you heard this new spin that people are trying to do? I don't know if you listen to any of those the Hotep podcasters, initially the argument was R. Kelly was innocent. This was a setup, blah 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 blah. The government's coming after black men. Now, government does do some fucked up shit to black people.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But this is not one of those cases. Quite the opposite. Because they slapped him on the wrist so many times over the years.
Yeah.
Back when the original case happened, the original, blow up in 2002, they found child pornography on R. Kelly's property. But because they didn't have a warrant, it wasn't admissible and he slithered out of it. You see what I'm saying? He had so many opportunities to change his pathology, change his behavior, clean it up a little bit. He got nastier. He got worse. He got dirtier because he wasn't held accountable. So what we need to start doing is holding people accountable, because what happens is not only are they coming after our children, but it's harder for African Americans to move forward because people can just look at our community and say, shit, y'all don't even handle y'all sexual abusers. How can you say defund the police when y'all not even policing your own neighborhoods? So I think we need to start policing our people.
Yeah, I think so.
Plain and simple.
But the thing is that who wants to be held accountable? Nobody wants to be held accountable. They're not even holding this man we got HD video camera of this man saying today is September 30th, 2021. And we have it and they still saying, well, they should, that, like I said the other day, and I said this several times, R. Kelly is no different from your cousin Ray Ray that y'all know touches on people, or your uncle Rodney that y'all know have predatory behavior, that y'all just clutch kids close to, but y'all don't call this fool out. Y'all just let him roam in the family and touch and pluck whoever he wants to, and then be like, oh, well, it's family, and so we're not going to say nothing, and we don't want to get them in trouble. So R. Kelly is no different, and then he's R. Kelly. So of course we're not going to hold him accountable. We're going to hold them accountable. They should have not had their children around. They should have been honest about their age. They should have, it's them, but nothing. Nothing in regards to what he should have did. And my thing is, the irony of it all is that he got this done to him too. He was a victim.
His sister, yeah.
Yeah, but nobody's holding his mom and them accountable. Nobody's holding his sister accountable. Nobody's holding him accountable for putting himself in a situation to get touched on by his sister. Come on now. Ain't that his fault?
I mean, and so as I was saying earlier, the new narrative. So initially it was, he's innocent. Then it's it's a trap. They're trying to trap people. Then this is the new narrative. Well, maybe he is guilty, but you want to know why? He wouldn't have all this money. He wouldn't have all this power if black women weren't going to his concerts. I'm like, these niggas is doing fucking backflips to find a way to deflect responsibility. Yeah. And it's really not that hard. It's R. Kelly's fault. He may not know how to read. He may not know how to do long division, but he definitely know how to get some young ass girls up in there. He know how to get to that McDonald's. He knows how to use his gifts and his connections to seduce children. And that's the bottom line. But I feel like I said earlier, the more that we police, it has to start on the Ray Ray level. You know what I'm saying? It's harder to get the R. Kellys down if you're not handling the Ray Rays, like you mentioned. So when you have a Ray Ray in your family, say something. Don't just say, there's a certain member in my family. No, say their full name. Put it on the internet. You may not be popular in the family, but if your family is protecting the pedophile, your family got bigger problems than a little bit. I want to thank you for having me on the show. You take care.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Indigo. Take care. Oh, wow. It's amazing. The men like that get drowned out, and we didn't agree, about a lot of things. And like I said, that's not my thing here. You can have an opposite opinion about certain situations. You guys know I'm a big advocate of the parents and stuff like that, and whatever the case may be. And he didn't agree when it came to that or what have you. Nonetheless, my thing is always that you're not going to sit here and tell me that because I didn't tell you my age is my fault because you didn't do due diligence to confirm that, and then you can't sit up here with context clues and see that I'm young. Like, come on now. All these all these victims that he messed around with, we could clearly see that they look like babies, period. And it don't take a rocket science that even me, I'm petite, I'm a petite woman, but it's even some things on my body that that I'm a woman. My voice is not a little kid. You know what I'm saying? It's loud as I don't know what, and it become obnoxious and annoying to a lot of people, which I don't give a damn. But my thing is that at the end of the day, it's like, stop it. Like, it's just ridiculous. And it's time out for the excuses and what I want to happen. I pray to God. I'm seriously praying to God about these viral digital supporters. I hope to God that they get held accountable some way. The people that condone it, the people that are excusing, I pray to God they experience all of their words. I do. You can timestamp that. I pray to God that you experience everything that comes out of your mouth, because what you guys have to be careful of is that what you put out there, you shall receive. Know that. Know it. Know it. So let me get into these comments and see what you guys are saying. Clicks and views. How beautiful. She says, did we really understand the gravity of the first trial? It wasn't in our face every day, like high profile cases today. Additionally, that trial dragged on for years. Come on now, clicks and views. Come on. Say that. But if you notice, just like this trial wasn't highly televised. It wasn't highly televised. And this is the and come on, look at all this modern technology. Now we the people of the YouTube world and the digital community, we covered it, but then too many big time media cover it like that. They weren't even down there. You know what I'm saying? And this is what took place all those years ago. That's the reason why a lot of this stuff was able to be covered up. All the payments under the tables and things of that nature. Okay, are we going to talk about clicks and views? You hit that on the head. You hit it on the head. You know, and there's a lot of cases and trials and stuff that he went through that we not privy to. We hear about it after the fact, after he done paid somebody off. You know what I'm saying? Or after he done got it expunged and all this stuff like that. After he done got annulments and all this stuff. So miss me. It's just like all this evidence poured out and people are still wanting to be oblivious. And at this point, I'm just starting to believe that they want to believe the narrative that he did no wrong. Hey, baby. Sorry, y'all, my hubby came in. But I start to believe, and as sad as it is, and that's why I'm so passionate and so emotional about it, it hurts my feelings because I was a victim. And I didn't get justice. Like I say in my documentary, I still have to see my victimizer. And to hear that basically it was my fault, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm not supposed to exist after the fact. Because I remember when, you know, Ash changed her mind and decided to go that route, everybody was upset. Oh, but everything was right and fine and dandy when she was sitting up there the first time. But then this, you know, as she just changed her mind, oh, you know what I'm saying? She this, that, the third. And it just kind of reminds me of how this whole Kanik situation happened. Oh, he's an angel in disguise, and God bless him all what he does for R. Kelly. And then when he lost, oh, screw him. He didn't do good. It's like, what? Crazy. Katie says, Whit just said there are things that public was privy to and jury was privy to. I told them that. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. They still talking about that DNA wasn't proven, and it was. Like, I just can't. They still talking about that they lied about their age, and many of them didn't. What about the grown women that he knew how old they were? Prime example, Faith Rogers. We read how she told him her age, and he said, okay, now just gone. You can tell me if you 16. She's like, no, I'm a grown woman. I'm 19. Oh, okay. And he still abused her. So what are we talking about here? Diamond Rose blazing, how beautiful. She says, there are plenty of people that have been abused and haven't repeated the actions. Hurting others, even being abused, isn't an excuse to hurt others. Can I get some bombs in the chat? Like thank you, Diamond. Thank you, Diamond. It's no excuse. And I got, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's no excuse. But I'm just saying, you know, he went through the same situation. It's just, oh, child. It's ridiculous. See what else y'all gotta say. Hey, Squacia says, is any of the supporters donating to Robert Kelly can show up to court in a suit or leather? I'm just saying, right? Right? Or y'all putting money on his books? In the Kitchen with Jay says, does anyone know why Tasha K is being so mean and messy towards Az? I don't get it. She was one of the first bloggers wanting the wrongs of R. Kelly exposed. Now she seems against the victims. Yeah. Well, what had happened was that, yeah, and you know, ain't that funny how you don't hear nothing about her saying anything about this? But she stood on there and said all this, that she was one that said that that it's not going to work and this case is going to be dropped and all this stuff like that. Yeah. Y'all remember that? I remember that too. And just as long as I remember her talking about she's going to expose all of this in 30, we never saw it, but that's neither here nor there. You know, but I don't know, to answer your question. I have no idea. Lady T says, what the F? Why are people bashing ass? She looked beautiful like a young lady should. Not that she got that scumbag out of her life. That's what Lady T, I'm there with you. Like I said, she looked like us normal women. I mean, like that don't have a freaking staff of hair and makeup every day. So Lady T, I'm right there with you. I said, shoot, baby child looked like she got called in on an interview, had to get there real quick, and she had to, like, what are we talking about here? People, Lord, child, people are just slow. Tabitha says they only talk about the female victims, but they won't talk about them men. Boom. Say that again, Tabitha. John Doe 1, John Doe 2, John Doe 3. Oh, but we ain't talking about that, right? We're not going to talk about that, though. We're not going to talk about that, though. The one he crawled on his knees to and performed oral sex and said, oh, you don't want me? Come on now, Tabitha. You know they always lying. Clicks and Views says, not many of us know how to do long division. I was just saying, right? I forgot. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. You know what I'm saying? When Indigo dropped it, I was like, you know what, brother? Like, don't say that, because it make me look real, bad out here in these streets. Her question is, I think maybe because TK is pitching upcoming content, I think she just needs attention. I'm not even gonna lie to you. TK started having supporters on the show. She flipped pretty much. Rich Wife, Rich Mom says, arguing against these people is useless. You're absolutely right. They don't want to believe the victims, and they never will. It's beating a dead horse. I think we should ignore them and focus on protecting the victims, etc. Thank you, Rich Wife, Rich Mom. You're absolutely right. And to be honest with you, my husband, because I'm not on my set. And I'm in a different part of our house. And so, that's why I'm podcasting, because I don't feel like doing all the production. I do that at night. But anyways, if he was in here, he'd be like, don't you answer not another one of them trolls. Let them lay where they at. Angelo say the same thing, like Whitney don't. I'm passionate. If y'all ain't noticed, I'm very passionate because it's sad. Because, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculously sad. But at the end of the day, you're right. Because I understand. It's not nothing that you can say that's going to change my mind in regards to this situation. And it's the same way for them. So thank you for that perspective. You're absolutely right. Diva Tom says, I'm very proud of Ass. She is strong, period. Dorothy and Grace. Hey, Dorothy. She says, TK even made a video about her and R. Kelly talking on the phone. She said that he admitted to her that he needed help. So then what? Okay. Thank you, Dorothy. And I remember that. So why act as if okay. Yes, I'm curious. It's an obvious turn. I think she put out certain info and the CLARY'S piped up to her. Then the dynamic shifted. Yeah, the thing is that, I hopefully, if Angelo's listening or not, but I know he's dealing with a lot of press and stuff like that. Let me share something with you guys. Anything you've seen on blogs when it's like exclusive information, know that it comes from a source. Even with me, y'all know when I be flexing, I get my information from the CLARY'S or Azriel or Angela. Specifically, okay? Let me be very clear, okay? So any of us bloggers, YouTubers on here, when we talk about exclusive stuff like that, and it's like something dealing specific, know that we got that from somewhere. We ain't that connected. We got to have a connection to something to be able to bring it to you guys, okay? Sometimes those sources say put it out there. You can say where you got it from. Some of them say don't say this because the extent of it. Okay. So what had happened was when the situation transpired, when she started talking out the side of her neck, as many people do, of course that relationship got severed. That's just like me. If I get to talking crazy, which I never will, because at the end of the day, I don't do stuff like that, because what I say, it's not battery operated. See, regardless of what Angelo says and does for me, I'm gonna say what I want to say. I'm gonna say how I want to say it and everything. Okay. That's just period. So with or without him in my corner, I'm still going to operate accordingly. So when you're battery operated by people, you get flipping situations like that because they may stop giving you exclusive. You may not hear from them anymore and you feel away. That's the reason why I don't battery operate like that. I love Angelo. I love Miss Alice. I love the Clary's. I love Geronda. I love all of the victims involved, but they do not operate my channel. Nobody does but me. And how I feel about something is genuinely how Whitney feels about something, and I stand on that. So in case of some things happen where I get detached from people, that I don't feel a way, that where I won't convey myself in a way that makes me look stupid in front of y'all. You feel me? And prime example was when a situation happened with me and Azriel, and I came to my platform about it, and I did it very respectfully. But even still, there afterwards, I didn't start talking crazy about her because my relationship was not in connection to my YouTube channel. I was talking before I got in connection with any of the Clary's, with any Geronda, Kitty, all the other young ladies that I got connected to. This was before them. I was talking about my experiences. So what you guys are seeing is basically that disconnect and people not liking it. Sorry, I'm getting behind now because I had stopped reading. But yeah, that's what you're seeing. Nikki D said ass looked like a grown woman. I mean, period. I mean, I didn't see her age, and I like people over exaggerate. Yeah, people tripping. There is nothing wrong with how she looks. Not to me. I'm not even going like I said, I didn't see nothing major with her. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. If y'all want to clown and talk about, oh, her bad, she looked tired. Baby, that's how she was born. Some people have that. My stepsister has what's it called, like the blacking under your eye. People are born differently. Like what are we talking about here? Y'all sound stupid. TK is a joke, but some people love a train wreck as look fine. To me too. They are just causing a distraction. We shouldn't even acknowledge them anymore. The Kelly supporters. Thank you, rich wife. And I'm gonna honor that. I promise you. TT says, so happy to hear Az went to court with her therapist and she's getting help. She's been getting help. She really has. And I actually saw a comment, somebody say, well, why, her parents went there, didn't go with her. Y'all gotta understand. This is still another traumatic situation that she experienced on the stand. She probably didn't want to be around nobody. Like, why do not you, TT, because I'm just saying, why do people feel like they know a situation more than the people that are involved? I just don't get that. I'm highly connected and I still tread lightly. I don't, I know, but at the end of the day, you can't sit up here and say something that you don't fully know about. It's just weird. And it's like, I didn't have my mama sitting on my set when I'm telling my story about, we don't know why. I don't. Like, she probably wanted to be alone. Alice says they weren't even having it like that when they were with R. Kelly. Right. They were shopping at Belk. Or do we forget about that? What do y'all talk about all this money? They literally was shopping at freaking department stores. Are we going to just bypass that and act as if we didn't hear that in the transcripts? Oh, okay. They were done up and went shopping specifically for the Mirage for Miss Gayle King and the public. Yeah, because let's be real. When did we see them before the Gayle King show? Tell me. I'll wait. He's right, but we can definitely feel your passion. That's why we love you. I love y'all too. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. Like I said, I apologize to Key. I actually see her often in the chat, and I mean, we have opposite opinions and things, but she's never been disrespectful. So, I do apologize again, and I'm okay with doing that to anybody that feels offended when they come on or feel like I go off on them. Look, I'm sorry. Like, this is passion. This is a passion for me. So I do apologize because I never want to get out of character, but this is a heavy situation, and it's just so sad to see how people truly feel about something that they know not 100% information about. Diamond says, yes, where's the Johns? Thank you. And, and especially if she is going through something, what I'm saying? If she is, going down, why are y'all making fun of it? We sat there and watched Whitney Houston go down, and she's dead now, along with her daughter, along with her, that baby's boyfriend or whoever he was to her. And we just gonna laugh about it? Y'all tripping. I'm not gonna, Nope. Jason says, R. Kelly fans think Azriel is lying in the interview, but she was actually lying on the first interview she did with Gayle King. And she says that. But they want to say, well, why should we believe her now? Because y'all's idiots if you don't. She literally had nobody in the room with her. She literally brought nobody, so she didn't have nobody in her ear. This was her talking. Like, what are we talking about here? It's so contradictory. And they don't even notice that. When they say that they sold their child, he bought them. You guys are aware of that, right? Like, when y'all say they lied about their age, okay, but they eventually did tell, and he still stayed with them. You are aware of that too. Okay, well, like, it's just stupid. I can't. So, Mom, you're right. I'm gonna stop talking to these ignorance because it's the ignorance for me. Nikki says, I feel like some of these celebrity bloggers only care about clicks and views and do anything to get them. Yep, and I don't. That's the reason why I tell y'all, like, I know a lot of stuff, but it's not clicks and views for me. These are real people's lives. I hear the tears. I hear the tears. I hear the situations. I hear the family turmoil and the breakage. I'm not finna sit here and play about that. Karma is a mother, and that's dead serious. I remember making my documentary and went through hell in my marriage because the enemy was fighting me so bad. Be darned if I put my mouth on somebody. And you see what, unfortunately, Wendy Williams is going through. You got to be careful of what you put your mouth on, even in these freaking YouTube streets. Okay? Even in these YouTube streets, what you speak out there, you're going to have to be held accountable for. And, I don't wish that on my worst enemy, but you got to be careful. All that salacious stuff is cute for a certain time until you in the hospital with your child, until you are going through the things that you said, that you laughed at other people about. You better watch what you say. You better watch how you do people, because that energy and that karma comes back. That's why I talk about people's kids, because I have my own kids. And I've watched my child have seizures and go through things like that. Just because I'm speaking truth. So you really think I'm going to speak falsities and negativities out there and nothing's going to come back to me? Child, please. Y'all can have it. And y'all can continue to talk about me because I stand in my truth. I don't even care, because I'm not even going to go at you about it. Because my God says vengeance is mine, says the Lord. So I'm going to let him deal with you. That's what many of you guys should be doing anyway. Her beef with the dad, I think. She don't have a beef. That's what, people put out there. It's no beef. They're family, y'all. They're family. And they're going through stuff again. Like, come on, y'all. Shoot, I'll block somebody quick out of my family. I'm crazy as hell. I don't know about the clothes. I care about the mind, spirit, health. Me too. Hi, Aaron. He says, new subscriber here. Great commentary. Thank you, my love. Welcome, y'all. Give Aaron some love. Tasha is self-serving now. You can't take Tasha seriously now. Tini says she used to look full happy and glowing. She looks skinny, tired, and stressed. It is what it is. I mean, yeah. um, I mean, I don't know. We didn't see her. No shade, y'all. Not trying to be funny. We didn't see her with R. Kelly. We didn't see them out and about. So to do a comparison, I really can't. But if we're gonna compare her with the last interview with this one, I'm sorry, but she looked a mess on the first one, if you ask me. All the freaking up and down, crying. She was clothed from her freaking neck down. She had an attitude. She was an emotional wreck. What the hell did y'all see that I didn't? I'm just lost. She looked a hot mess on that one. She didn't look a hot mess on this one to me. She looked like she was focused. She was talking to GAYLE. She could use her words. I don't know. Like, child, y'all looking at some roots of her hair. Child, and you be fixing them roots on them lace wigs that y'all got on y'all head. Straight says, and she's grown. That's why she went by herself. She's a grown woman. Thank you. She doesn't talk to her parents at all anymore. That's not true. Oh, okay. All right, child. Okay. She looked healthy when she was with him. What? Okay, baby. If you continue to talk ignorant, I'm going to get you out of here too, because you talking at the side of your neck and you putting falsities out there. It's going to take some time. Question: this chat is healthy dialogue. Yes, ma'am. If you can't follow along, then that speaks volumes about you, don't it? Jeffrey said, Whitney, keep doing you. Thank you. The plug says, it's really evil and diabolical to laugh at the pain of others. Yep. We've already acknowledged that she looks drained because she went through some she sure did. It is the plug. Alice says, laugh out loud. They went shopping at a department store where Juice mother is employed with the discount. Get out of here. That's what I'm saying. They be cracking me up with all this, money and money. Child, what? Please. Straight says, yup, it is, Whitney. It's sad to know we share a world with some ignorant people. Oh, not too much longer, because when the coming come, baby, I'll be called up. Baby, you're gonna be looking for me and I'm gonna be gone, because baby, I'm ready to, Lord, take your time. But I'm just saying, like, these idiots, this world is corrupt and sad. It's sad. We shouldn't have anything but love and support for Azriel. She has been through so much trauma and made out of it. Let's support our Black men and women. If you support a monster like him, shame on you. But they're monsters themselves, so never make light of anyone's abuse. Whitney, as a former supporter, when you said Exhibit 347, he had so many videos, date and time stamped, he couldn't even watch them for taping new ones. Yep. I believe the victims now. I mean, that's what I shared with you guys on last night. It was stuff that we weren't even privy to. It was several videos, y'all, that we didn't see. Yeah, Gayle King herself even said they overheard him coughing in the back while the girls were interviewing, letting them know he was there when he was supposed to not be in the room. Exactly. Rich wife, rich mom says, I can't even watch TK anymore. The way she talks about the victims is disgusting. She has no integrity. And my thing is, she's a victim herself. Okay, she's a victim herself. And it's just sad to see. Let's see what else. Ciao. Okay, baby. I'm gonna address you. Y'all get rid of her or him or whatever it may be. Peace and Serenity said, hey, Whitney and Chad. Hey, love, welcome. The world we live in, superficial vibes during such a traumatic experience. People abused should look flawless, not what they're going through. Right. And so it's just weird. It's weird. Queen says, just happy she told her truth. People still don't believe her. We all knew she was lying in the first one. That's what I'm saying. And then they see what the deflection is. Well, how do we believe her now? Well, don't. You don't even gotta believe her now. Don't believe now. Believe them videos. Okay? Believe the audio. How about that? But they child, they'll swear that that's his brother. When we see now, his brother don't look nothing like R. Kelly. Maybe back then, but baby, nothing. That pot belly. Okay? But let's just keep it going. Okay? All right. Going through that horrible experience, then having to relive it and rewatch all those horrible videos and trial. At trial, I wouldn't look like Miss America either. She looked okay to me. Yeah, she looked okay to me. Glamoury, no, she didn't. But was she? I mean, I don't know. Like, I put myself together real good for my channel for the most part. So Jason also says, and most importantly, she was telling the truth in the interview, period. In this interview. But they don't want to hear that. They're deflective. Why should we believe it? Why should we believe it? Okay, don't believe it. Nobody's making you. The plug says, you all are so easily deceived. There is coming a time when the Most High God will give you compassion for others by allowing you to go through your own personal situation. Understanding is key. Thank you. Alice says, no one goes into an interview that hype. What's up? Hey, Gail King. Check me out, girl. You checked out my Gucci Fendi product. Like, get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. Like, are we serious? And baby, that's her natural hair. I'm just mad because y'all hair don't touch y'all necks. Anyways, how can I call in? Here is the link to call in. It's in the chat, you guys. Got a few more minutes with you guys before we wrap it up. I'm coming back to you guys tonight live, full in effect. We're going to continue reading his book. Oh my gosh, it's good. Now, some of it we already know is false. And we already know that this book was for a publicity stunt as well. Oh, feel sorry for R. Kelly, which I don't. But it's just an interesting read, to say the least, because he has some truths in there mixed with some lies. If you are never been through main things in your life, wait a while. It doesn't have to be to R. Kelly magnitude, but you are lying if you say that your life has been perfect. Nobody's life is. Of course she's drained. She's been in trial too, but she doesn't look like what she has been through. She don't to me. Yeah. I'm just looking at y'all comments. Finna hit them. Nicole says, Whitney made me aware that I needed to be less judgmental and more compassionate. That's all I ask anybody to be. Like, you reap what you sow. So if you put that out there, you're gonna receive exactly what you put out there. So you gotta tread lightly. That don't mean kiss nobody behind. But child. Katie says, if you are calling in, mind you, be respectful. Thank you. If you are calling in, be respectful. Okay? Like I say, keep it cute or get the boot. Keisha says, I ordered that book last night. Girl, Keisha, you didn't have to order that book. That book is old for one and for two. I'm reading it, baby. You didn't have to read it. Clicks and Views says, new sub. Loving your content. Welcome. Welcome, Clicks and Views. I'm loving your opinion, honey. Okay. This is Smart Click over here. This the thinkers over there. No, I'm just saying. In the Kitchen with Jay, they mad when black women natural and they mad when we not. Child, you can. That's what I said. She came in there with a whole lace front, baby, edges to the side and looking everything. They'll be like, she doing too much. I mean, but no, she came in demurred, with something of her age on. She came with her hair pressed. We clearly could see that it was pressed because her ends were pressed. Her roots start sweating up. So, I mean, child, like, miss me. Y'all better, baby, please. I'm going to show y'all a picture of my baby. And the plug is on her. She'll tell you. My baby is natural. Handful of hair, right? Demi, right? She sat in a chair with plug because plug, she pressed her hair. In the matter of 10 minutes, my baby hair was fluffy all over again. And she never went outside. She went to her room. She literally got up, swinged her hair around because she was so excited. And I got the video. She literally swinged her hair around for all of every bit of 10 minutes because she was, 5 minutes, because she was happy and excited about her hair, right? And I think she probably went to the restroom and then she went into her bedroom. And child, it was chia. It was fluff. It was poof. It was just poofy. Okay? That humidity don't play with nobody. All right? Nobody. And I will not get my baby hair pressed right about now no more, but I do to get her ends cut, right? So, like, that's all y'all can say because her face, I mean, what's wrong with her face? Y'all talking about her bags? And I saw somebody with a raggedy self talking about some, she too young to have bags. People are born that way. Do you say that when kids have bags on it? Because kids do. People are born that way. It's hereditary. Do your research. Do your math. Just like the black spots that people have up under their eyes. So, like, what are we talking about? She probably did. She probably did because she was, puffy at the face. She probably did. Probably nervous. That's what I'm saying, y'all. Y'all got to take all these things under consideration. She was finna go before this woman that she smooth cussed the hell out. She probably was emotional. Did y'all notice whenever Gayle told her she can come in, she kind of was walking like kind of nervous, like, hi, yeah, I'll be embarrassed too. And emotional. Melissa says Alice and others went through hell. We should concentrate our job on praying for them instead of looks. It's a job just trying to keep your sanity. Yes, God. Keisha says, I need to read it myself. I love your content, but it's a must that I read it myself. I got you. But you should have slid in my DMs, baby. I got the copy. Don't support that book. Anybody else that wanted, y'all send me an email. Like, what are we talking about here? Beauty by Jen says, I started watching you today and you explained it so well. Oh, thank you, Beauty. What I explained. What I explained well. Y'all, if y'all want to come in, let me tap in. Here y'all go. Here y'all go. Click the link. You can tap in. You guys can come on. But what I explained well, Beauty. Question says, I listened to the first read video, even though you already spoke on it. Mama. Trying to tell people. Your commentary makes me laugh. Keep doing you. Thank you. Alice says, yeah, don't order it and give that clown money. Don't. Y'all slide in my DM. I'll give it to you. Quana says, where you find it, Keisha? It's crazy. He'll even be able to collect checks behind bars. Yep. Yeah, he will. She's probably so traumatized going back and reliving things. She probably forgot about or is realizing that she lived through is not normal. Yep. Question says, the kinky happens. I have walked out salon, laid and slayed and slayed them. It's done. Yep. Child, please. When I tell you, that's why, and I'm natural. That's why I keep them wigs and units and all kinds of stuff on top of my head unless I get some braids, because I mean, in this weather right now, it's not wise to get your hair flattened, you know. So Clicks and View says the fact remains. He used his celebrity, money, and power to take advantage of all them women, girls, and don't forget boys. Okay. Clicks and Views says no, TK beef with the dad. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. And then the thing is, he just, he felt the way because you putting out falsities. You putting out falsities behind him and his daughter. Mainly behind him. Said he sold the powder. And you don't know that to be true. You don't know that to be true. He was a D boy, but you got, when you say stuff, if you're not really 100% in what specific drug of choice it was that he was slaying, you better say alleged, because they can get you on that little slither of false information. What's your email, Whitney? Here it goes, right here, baby. Okay. You said you explained the whole trial well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're about to wrap it up, you guys. I promise. Hey, baby, what's up? Anywho, thank you for that. And came with facts. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Carol says, I started listening to you. Close the door, Demi. I started listening to you with story time of R. Kelly. I had seen you before on Princess's channel. I just love your reading. That is why I had to subscribe to you. Thank you, love. Thank you. Y'all, I'm not that articulate my darn self. But I'll be shuffling, fumbling, and little do you guys know, growing up, I had a speech impediment. Yes, I did. I had a whole speech impediment. I stuttered and my articulation wasn't well. So, I was in speech and they caught it late. And then the funny thing is that, certain things are hereditary. That's why I be saying y'all talking about the young lady's bass and stuff, like, child, please. Anyways, but yeah, I had a speech impediment. And it was passed on to Demi or whatever. We caught it early. So she's in speech therapy. But yeah, I had a speech impediment, and sometimes you can catch it. That's why I fumble and crumble over the words every now and again. In regards to my lazy eye, those that say y'all can't see it, but whatever. In regards to my lazy eye, I wasn't born that way. Over time, me doing this, sitting in front of a laptop, because y'all, since I was an adult, I have been in like logistics, graphics, and stuff like that. I've been at a computer for years, and I should have been wearing glasses, and I didn't. And over time, I started straining my eyes, and I started developing that lazy eye to where, I noticed that it would get stuck, if you will. I'll be looking off at a distance, and it'll start hurting. And then that eye will get stuck. And then over time, me not treating it, me not getting glasses, me not taking care of myself, it got worse. And so, it's treatable. Like, it's just me taking out the time to love on self, but me being a mom, me being a wife, me being all these other things, it kind of, becomes secondary, when it comes to yourself. But, I can get that corrected. I can go get surgery. I can go get therapy. But can a person change their spirit, their soul? Aside from my eye, aside from maybe not having the best of speech, my spirit and my soul is beautiful. I love people genuinely, even people that hate me. I will grab them and love on them in spite of, you know what I'm saying? Like what you guys are witnessing across my platform is genuine. you try to expose me or whatever. It's 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be stuff I already revealed to you guys, or if not, it's gonna be stuff that I'm not ashamed of. I'll talk to you about it. Or furthermore, you're not gonna find me, cursing out nobody, popping out. I don't do that. I used to. I had a funky attitude, but that was contingent to my childhood and stuff that I went through. I will whoop your behind, like for real. I'm smiled in a mug, but these hands come hard, for real. You know what I'm saying? But God, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I can articulate myself better. So I use my words. I don't use threats, because the old Whitney, I will pull up. I will fly out. I will meet you. You know what I'm saying? So where I'm at now, I try to talk things out. And I tend to be long-winded, like what people be telling me in my comments. But at the end of the day, I'm about love. I'm about truth, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm about accountability. I even hold myself accountable. And y'all saw that. I literally went smooth off on somebody. And then what did I do? I came back. So what you seeing is consistency. I'm not just saying stuff. I'm living it. And that is a PSA for anybody out there that I've ever offended, that you've came on my platform and I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind being a woman and apologizing. You know what I'm saying? That's how you right your wrongs. Keisha says they need to give the money to the victims. I think so too. That would be good. That would be a start. But, money doesn't change anything, because they had all that. They were exposed to that. Alice says, you should listen to her, Reed. You're captivating. I love hearing you speak, my friend. Thank you so much. You know what? I'm thinking about, seriously, y'all, doing like a summit in a city somewhere, talking to y'all seriously, like a women's summit, something. I don't know. But I just really, before God takes me from this earth, not too soon, y'all. Don't be all, this ain't no cry out. Okay, I'm all right. God is good. But I just wanted to be able to talk and get my story out and talk one-on-one with you guys, love on you guys, and just, be amongst you guys. I'm so far behind y'all in the chat. I'm sorry. I'm going to get close down, and we're going to wrap it up here soon. Probably in like another, let me see. We've been on here for 1 hour and 42. I'm going to stop at 2 hours. Karen J says, this young lady survived a traumatic experience and she's on the road to recovery. As is beautiful and blessed. Why are people focusing on the petty mess? Because they can't focus on the truth. They don't want to. In the Kitchen with Jay says, you right. Yeah, let's not forget the boys. The boys were victims of this monster too. But his supporters don't want to discuss him liking men, though. They don't. Alice says he is gonna release some jailhouse mixes. Stop it. Okay. Flawless says, hey everyone, starting October 8th at 7:30 Central, beautiful print tees 17, which is my t-shirt brand, and I will be designing all orders on Saturday, October 9th, and Miss Whitney and I understand you completely. Thank you. Thank you for your announcement. Nicole says, Whitney, with your kindness and compassion and pure logic, you are going to be very successful. I agree with you, beautiful soul. Thank you. Thank you. I feel that eye strain too. I gotta be careful with that. I love your spirit. So inspirational. Yes, y'all, for real. For real, for real, for real. Like, this eye situation can happen to anyone. And that's not a laughing matter, but people laugh at me. Like, I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? I work hard. And that's what happens when you work hard. Whenever your mama used to come home, her feet hurt, her back hurt. Yeah, because she put in work. Well, I do graphics. I used to do logistics for a franchise for McDonald's. Like, yeah, check my resume. Your girl is very intellectual and smart and eager, and I tend to overwork myself. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, this can happen to you. Your eye can be like this. Your eyes can go like this. I thought I was cute, baby. And sometimes, and let me just share this story with you, because, you know, I live in truths. I made fun of my friend who had a lazy eye. Dead serious. Dead serious. And I was like, do she know how I like that? Blah, blah, blah. And years later, baby, my eye became the same way. That's why I'm serious about watch your mouth. Touch not my anointing and do my prophet no harm. Watch your mouth. Watch who you put your mouth on, y'all. Because seriously, you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. SH says, hold on, y'all. Let me close this door. SH says, how can I watch the full video? Azriel missed it live. GAYLE King has not released the entire interview. However, it's clippings that you can actually find on MS. Let me go back. Excuse me, y'all. It's on CBS News. CBS Mornings, actually, to be more specific, on GAYLE King's segment. All right, I see those pancakes. Fashion with the Gold is in the building. I'm guessing she is from Plainest Jane. So shouts out to Plainest Jane. Aaron says this R. Kelly verdict was very long overdue. Thank you. Period, Pooh. Period. Question says, I have no vision in my left eye. Completely lost to genetics over 10 years ago. Diagnosed over 25 years ago. Non-corrective. It doesn't define me, but it's a part of me. I joke about mine. It's all good. Me too. I joke about my lazy eye. When I'm in front of people, I'll be like, pick an eye. Okay, pick an eye and focus on that. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll be like, look, man, I need my glasses because you know I got lazy. I don't care. Because I fortunately, can actually go get it corrected if I want to. But at the end of the day, child, please. The plug says, hey, sissy and chat. Love y'all. I have so many errands to run today. Me too. I got to get off of here pretty soon. Alex says, SH, just rewind back. Whit put together 2 clips. Full interview is not out. It is not. Thank you for that. Thank you. Aaron says, while OJ can defend his actions, though we all know the truth, R. Kelly had his actions recorded on video, which cannot be denied. Period. Katie says, Whitney and the plug, bravo on that documentary. Y'all did the damn thing. So proud. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Aaron says, I so love the Plainest Jane. Yeah, shouts out to Plainest Jane. They came through the other day double time on my afternoon session and as well as my evening session, and she showed out. All right, so I done got caught up on all of the chats, and I'm gonna wrap it up here. I want to see you guys back here on tonight, where we continue to read Solar Coaster, The Diary of Me. The Diary of Me by R. Kelly. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm looking at chats and stuff like that on my phone. Comments and stuff that are coming on my phone. But anyways, we're gonna continue to read his book, and I'm gonna read it out. And after that, you guys, no shade, no tea. I'm not really gonna be doing too much of this R. Kelly stuff anymore because it's too heavy. It's too heavy. I might ping in every now and again, but this everyday stuff about this man in this situation, in lieu of the freaking verdict being passed at this point, it's redundant. And it's so much more to me than R. Kelly. It's so much more to me than Azriel. My highest view videos don't have nothing to do with either one of them or none of them. Okay. So, I just want to be diverse when it comes to my channel. You guys, please take out the time to check out my documentary. All you guys have to do is go over to either the playlist, and you'll see that I actually put it in a playlist called When Time Stopped, or you guys can just search in my videos and put in when time stopped. And it's an hour and like, I think an hour and like 30-minute documentary. And it's very informative. I got professional information in there, as well as I got the spiritual in there, because faith without works is dead. I don't care how much you pray. I don't care how much you hoop, juck, and jive, catch the Holy Spirit in church. If you don't apply the work there behind, you're not doing yourself no due diligence. If you're just reading, if you're just gathering the word from church and then you're not going home and studying it, that's faith without works right there. You have to apply the word to your very life. Okay. You can't pick and choose the Bible verse that you know and just ride with that. You have to live with that. And so, you know, therapy is okay, people. It's okay. It really is. Praying and going to church is wonderful. Having that spiritual connection with Christ is wonderful. And I'm not going to say, oh, whoever now, because he is the way, the truth, the light. He's the only one. Okay. And if you have a relationship with him, and then on top of therapy, that can go far. When you have just therapy, you still need a connector. And he's always that connector. Okay. But, you know, I'm out of here, you guys. I pray that you guys had an opportunity to watch Where Were the Parents on last night. If you didn't, you missed a treat. We talked about the Boy Scouts, okay, and all the countless accounts that they had that no one paid attention to, just like they're not paying attention to any of these boys that were involved with this R. Kelly situation. You know what I'm saying? Shame on these fast, hot, dirty, nasty, grown young women. But these boys, you won't hear nothing about them. When they fast, when they grown, when they hot too. But anyways, you guys, you know, I pray that I see you guys back here on tonight. Same bat time, same bat place. Not really. It's going to be same bat place, but bat time is going to be 7:30. I try to be consistent with 7:30, you know, with my evening slot for things. So you guys can get consistent with seeing me, okay? But not for nothing, you guys, make sure that, you know, I see you guys on tomorrow as well. That's right. Every Friday we get crunk, okay? And I'm actually going to possibly, quite possibly, celebrate getting 5K subscribers. Woo! Over 5K, y'all. Last I checked, we are sitting. Matter of fact, let me refresh and tell y'all the updated number. And we hit this number when I can't remember when the verdict was passed. I think Tuesday. No, Monday. The verdict was passed Monday. And we hit 5K that night. Now we're sitting at 5,228 subscribers. So shouts out to you guys. Thank you so very much for the love and support. I love you guys so very much. But, you know, most of all, Christ love you guys so much. I'm just here to let you guys know that, okay? Well, I will see you guys on tonight, 7:30. I'm going to pre-schedule, so you guys look out for that on my channel. And you guys take care, all right? And like I said, be careful who you put your mouth on, okay? Be careful. Extend the very grace that you would like to receive. If you see somebody wrecked and ravished, instead of you crying out with laughter, how about you cry out with prayers and pray to God that it doesn't happen to you? All right, you guys, I love y'all so very much. It's been real. I'm Whitney D, and I'm signing off. Bye, you guys.
Shit. Not none, dog. A store like that?
I ain't got none.
I want a cookie.
Ain't got none.
I want a cookie.
Ain't got none.
I want a cookie, yeah. I want a cookie.
Ain't got none.
Y'all stupid.
Y'all killing me with this. I can't help it.
Robert.
I can't help it. You're killing me, man. This ain't not about music. I'm trying to have a relationship with my kids. and I can't do it. Y'all just don't want to believe the truth. You don't want to believe it.
At this point, we briefly pause the interview to give Kelly a moment.
Man, y'all got me with this. Y'all got me with this. Y'all got me with this. Y'all got me. Y'all trying to kill me. Y'all got me with this. Y'all got me with this. Y'all got me with this. Y'all got me with telling me, man, trying to kill me. Telling me, man, trying to kill me. Y'all wanna believe it? Trying to kill me. Telling me, man, trying to kill me. I hope this camera keep going. Stupid R. Kelly. Fight for my life. Stupid R. Kelly. Do it. Stupid R. Kelly. Fight for my life. Stupid R. Kelly. Do it.
Today I saw a ladybug, and it's so crazy because Whitney used to always call me Ladybug, and we used to have thousands of ladybugs in Virginia. Come summertime, we used to open up all the windows, and thousands of ladybugs would just come into the house. They would fly into the house, and it would just be the most beautiful thing ever. And I saw a ladybug today, and it made me think of Whitney. That's so crazy. It really made me think of Whitney.
Thank you.